These are the most heavily protected black wives in the world. Some black wives are one of the richest people in the world, so rich that it's a threat to their safety. So it's only right that they're protected, and some of them are so heavily protected you would think they're more important than presidents. Here are 10 of the most protected black wives in the world. At number 1, we have Beyoncé. Queen Bey has had a long journey in the entertainment industry. She started off in a girls group that gained global recognition very quickly. They sold millions of records. The walls are built, well, baby, they tumble it down. And when the time came for them to go solo, she was the most successful of the group. Before leaving the group, some previous members had issues with her. One of such people was Farrah Franklin. Farrah Franklin joined Destiny's Child alongside Michelle Williams as a replacement for LaToya Luckett and Latavia Robertson. But Farrah was unhappy with how Beyoncé's father was treating her in the group. What was worse was that when she got sick, the group got angry at her for not showing up for marketing campaigns for their album. It was at that point that she left the group. She claimed there were management issues, and Beyoncé, on the other hand, claimed that Farrah was not serious with the group. With this kind of animosity, it was only right for Beyoncé to get protection because not a lot of people would let accusations like that slide. In addition to this alleged potential threat, she is also the wife of Jay-Z. We know Jay-Z is not the most loved rapper in the world, so his family is in danger just by virtue of being related to him. When I think of the time that I almost loved you. So they pay Julius, Beyoncé's head of security, hundreds of thousands monthly just to make sure she's safe. Julius is always looking out for Beyoncé and getting rid of potential threats before she notices. It's no wonder her fans can't easily access her because apart from living a private life, she has a bodyguard that works harder than the paparazzi. Can you guess who the second black wife is? Before we reveal that, kindly like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Now back to where we stooped from. Number 2 on this list is Rihanna. Yes, because apart from being engaged to an infamous rapper, she is also the world's first black female billionaire. Rihanna has had an interesting journey from the streets of Barbados to finding fame in Hollywood. She first came to the United States in 2005 through Jay-Z's boss at the time, Reid, ordered the rapper to not let Rihanna leave the studio until she signed the contract that would make her become part of Def Jam Recordings.
Well, I think it's my accent that makes me say Rihanna.
Rihanna still remembers being traumatized by that event. It led to people speculating that she released albums back-to-back to get out of the contract, and that's also probably why she has stayed away from music ever since. After abandoning her music career, Rihanna started dating A$AP Rocky around 2021, and they have since given birth to 2 children. But the thing about dating a rapper, especially one who was accused of killing his friend, is that there may be a target on your back for something you are not involved in. Also, Rihanna was the first black female billionaire with the launch of fashion and makeup line Fenty, so it made absolute sense for her to have private security that ensures she is safe no matter what she is up to. Her security has been seen at different points carrying her through muddy puddles and blocking the paparazzi from bugging her. Rihanna is so heavily guarded because she is an asset to the Afro-Caribbean community and the entertainment industry. Number 3 is Jada Pinkett Smith.
Will is going to be performing in Croatia.
Jada Pinkett Smith is an actress, singer, movie producer, and former wife of Will Smith. She started her career after graduating from the Baltimore School for the Arts. Although she wasn't the best student in school, she managed to make a name for herself in the entertainment industry. Jada started acting in 1990 when she landed a role in True Colors. Her acting was so impressive that other producers were encouraged to cast her in their films. She finally got a major role in Bill Cosby's sitcom, A Different World. She joined the show in its 4th season and stayed until the final season, making it her official big break. In 1994, Jada met Will Smith when she auditioned to be on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She didn't get the role because she was considered to be too short, but her appearance that day made Will Smith drawn to her. Will Smith was already married to someone else, but they were in the middle of a divorce. After the divorce was finalized, he immediately got together with Jada Pinkett. Their relationship has not been the most stable as they are currently separated but unwilling to divorce.
They rallied around me and was like, this is wrong.
However, just by being together, Jada Pinkett Smith had stepped into a whole new world of danger. The California mansion that she lives in with Will Smith and her mother is fully fitted with CCTVs. To access certain places in the house, facial recognition and fingerprints are required. In addition to this, she also has 24/7 private security following her everywhere. Whenever Jada Pinkett Smith is out in public, she makes use of armored cars, which are connected to law enforcement officers. If there's ever a problem, they are the first to get alerted. At number 4, we have Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is usually not thought of when people mention black women, but ever since she became a member of the British royal family after marrying Prince Harry, her heritage has been put more in her face. Before joining the British royal family,
Exactly. So you actually called me by my chosen name. Perfect.
she was an actress who was popular for her constant role in the American law series, Suit. When she joined the royal family, she started to experience racism because many Britons didn't want a black person in their courts. It led to her and her husband dropping their royal titles and moving to California. Despite now living in California, her life is still at threat. A simple scroll through the comments of any post talking about her is filled with racist remarks and criticisms directed at her. Because of this hatred that people have towards her, she doesn't move without security. Meghan Markle has bodyguards who follow her around in her armored cars. She barely interacts with paparazzi, and every personal information the world knows of her always comes from an insider.
Is that I don't know how many people are watching this. I know it's live streaming, right? And
But even if she wasn't hated by Britons, being in the royal family would require her to go around with able-bodied guards well-versed in martial arts and other combat training. Next up, at number 5, is Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama is one of the world's most influential black women. From holding a seat as the first black lady of the United States to speaking up against corrupt politicians, she has made herself a force to be reckoned with. But when you are that bold, especially when you are in the public eye, you have to be careful when moving around. When she was still the First Lady from 2009 to 2017, she moved with the protection of the Secret Service.
Clear and clean-headed. A lot of times I had to tell the Secret Service, they had to do things like learn how to drive and learn how to drive on their own.
They were always locked and loaded and didn't hesitate to stop anybody who attempted to come close to her. Sometimes you didn't even need to come close to her to get arrested and punished. Sometime in 2013, an actress got arrested for attempting to send poisoned letters to the office of Barack Obama, and she was hit with a prison sentence of over 10 years. Even though Michelle Obama is no longer in the White House, her security detail still remains robust and active, continuously taking down threats. Number 6 is the superstar tennis player, Serena Williams. Serena Williams is a former tennis player who broke many records and earned almost $100 million during the course of her career. She started playing tennis as a child, and when her father saw her talent, he became her coach. Serena started off in the junior circuit, but quickly became a beloved player and made her professional debut. She won over 100 games throughout her career and gave back to her community through charities that paid college fees. But no matter how successful you are, being a black woman already places you at a security disadvantage. In 2007, Serena Williams was stalked to the point that it became a public issue. And when it comes to stalking, the police refused to act as long as the victim was not harmed. So it was a difficult situation for Serena Williams. The only time the police did act when it came to the tennis player was when there was a break-in at her home. After getting married to the co-founder of Reddit and having 2 kids, it only made sense for her to beef up security at her house. Her house is surrounded by CCTV cameras and private security in every corner. Whenever she steps out, she has over 3 guards walking on all her sides, preventing any kind of attack. Since the launch of her clothing line, Serena, her net worth has reached over $200 million. So it's imperative for her to keep herself secured because the more money she acquires, the scarier the threats she faces. At number 7 is the iconic Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys is an American singer who has been in the industry before she even became a teenager. Born on January 25, 1981, Alicia Keys first started off as a gifted 12-year-old classic pianist. She was signed by Columbia Records when she was 15, but moved to J Records because of some disputes and released her debut album. The album, Songs in a Minor, was accepted positively and sold over 12 million copies worldwide while winning her 5 Grammy Awards. She released her second album, The Diary of Alicia Keys, in 2003, and it was also received positively. The album sold over 8 million copies worldwide. Throughout her career, Alicia Keys has sold over 90 million records worldwide, making her one of the world's best-selling music artists. Billboard named her as the top artist of the 2000s in the R&B/hip-hop category. Time magazine has named her as one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2005 and 2017. When Alicia Keys is not working on a new music project or being recognized for her contribution to the industry, she is doing humanitarian activities. In 2003, she co-founded a nonprofit HIV/AIDS fighting organization called Keep a Child Alive and serves as the global ambassador. But despite how much she gives back to the world, she still receives threats. When she doesn't receive threats, she has to deal with fans who have no concept of personal space. Although it is not bad when people get excited at the sight of their favorite celebrities, things can go sideways very quickly because they don't know everybody's intentions. In order to prevent this, Alicia Keys moves around with private security. In addition to this, she has protected SUVs that not just allow her to move around, but also ensure no one can approach her easily. She got married to Swizz Beatz in 2010, and they now have 2 kids. For the sake of herself, career, and children, Alicia Keys has to follow strict security protocols. Up next at number 8 is the brave, confident, and iconic Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris wears many hats: attorney, first black female vice president, and almost first female president of the United States. Born on October 20th, 1964 in Oakland, California, Kamala Harris served as the 49th Vice President of the United States from 2021 to 2025. Before going into the White House, she was the Attorney General of California from 2011 to 2017, and then went on to represent California as a senator from 2017 to 2021. As a member of the Democratic Party, she served as the party's nominee in the 2024 presidential election.
But Kamala Harris, who's welcoming them, is now the center of attention.
During her time as a senator, she advocated for stricter gun control laws and the federal legalization of cannabis. She also advocated for reforms to health care and taxation, all of which made her hated by people who didn't like her skin color. Harris gained a national profile for being one of the few senators who stood up to Donald Trump and the Republican Party during his first term when she was still a senator. During the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination in 2019, she wanted to run for president. However, she pulled back and allowed Joe Biden to take the lead. When she entered the White House, the Senate was evenly split between the Democratic and Republican parties. She cast a lot of tie-breaking votes, making her the first vice president to ever achieve that feat. Her hard work and efforts allowed some bills, like the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 stimulus package and Inflation Reduction Act, to pass. She ran for U.S. presidency in 2024 and lost to Donald Trump. Some of the reasons people pointed for her loss were the sound of her laughter being uncultured, and she wasn't strong enough to prevent a war. Before the election started, and now that it's over with a new president on seat, she continues to receive racist remarks. During the election, she received lots of threats and had to beef up her security. Despite no longer being in office, she moves with highly trained professional combat fighters and weapons operators. Number 9 is Vanessa Bryant. Although she wasn't that big of a celebrity, Vanessa Bryant had always managed to stay in the public's eye since her marriage to Kobe Bryant in 2001. She has been involved in different controversies that have placed her life at risk at different points in time. When her husband was accused of assault in 2003, news came out that he had cheated on her with multiple women. Responding to the allegations, Vanessa revealed that she was aware of her husband's infidelity. Some days after that, she received an 8-carat purple diamond ring worth $4 million. People claimed the gift was for her support, but Kobe claimed it was because he felt guilty that she suffered a miscarriage because of the assault allegations. In 2009, Vanessa Bryant's housekeeper sued her for mistreatment. The housekeeper claimed that she was verbally abused and humiliated by Vanessa Bryant. According to her, she was forced by Vanessa to put her hand in a bag of dog poop to find a price tag after she threw a Gucci blouse in the washing machine. The housekeeper also claimed that Vanessa Bryant routinely called her lazy and dumb.
Around the world, and someone had to bring him back to reality.
The Bryants tried to countersue, but after a while they dropped the suit and settled the housekeeper. These are just a few of the controversies she has faced. But it would interest you to know that it's not just outsiders who have animosity towards her because her mother took her to court for unpaid labor. Vanessa Bryant seems to have a lot of enemies, which would explain why she has a lot of security personnel around her. She follows strict security details by sharing her location with her guards, moving with armored guards, and always traveling with at least 4 bodyguards no matter the distance. Coming in at number 10 is Janet Jackson. Born on May 16, 1966, Janet Jackson has become a pop icon that many new artists look up to. Apart from being related to Michael Jackson, she is loved for her innovative and provocative approach to music. She doesn't shy away from difficult or taboo topics. Janet Jackson has always been socially conscious, and it has attracted both lovers and haters on her end.
It's still so difficult for me.
She was a major factor in the growth of MTV because of her sound and choreography. While she helped them grow, it also helped her break gender and racial barriers in the process. Apart from music, she has appeared in various TV shows like Good Times and Fame. Her work with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis led to the development of a new jack swing fusion genre, which showed her versatility in the industry. Janet Jackson quickly became one of the highest-paid recording artists in the industry, signing 2 record-breaking, multi-million-dollar contracts with Virgin Records. Throughout her career, she has sold over 100 million records and been the first female artist to have the most consecutive record entries on Billboard Hot 100. Despite all her achievements, she was blacklisted in the industry by Les Moonves after her stunt during the 2004 halftime show. She was performing alongside Justin Timberlake, who exposed her breast while her nipple was covered with a nipple shield. MTV was fined over $500,000 since they were the ones handling the halftime show. Janet Jackson claimed that the U.S. government was using the controversy to distract people from their attack on Iraq. Justin Timberlake claimed he didn't know about the stunt, while their stylist claimed that Timberlake knew and wanted it to happen so he could get back at his ex, Britney Spears, for kissing Madonna. There were a lot of speculations concerning the incident, but regardless, it made Janet Jackson a bit more unsafe in the industry. Coupled with the fact that she is Michael Jackson's sister, it makes sense why she would need strict security guarding her. To keep herself safe, Janet Jackson barely makes public appearances. When she does, she moves in a bulletproof car with a convoy of security guards ahead and behind her. She has also been married 3 different times, so it's best she keeps herself safe because she never knows who may have negative plans for her. And finally, at number 11, we have Cardi B. Born on October 11, 1992, Cardi B has slowly become a fan favorite in the rap world. She first gained recognition on social media when she was a cast member on VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York. She had a very outgoing personality and didn't allow anybody to walk over her, so she usually found herself in fights or heated arguments. She released her first studio album, Invasion of Privacy, in 2018 and debuted on top the Billboard 200 chart with the largest female rap album streaming week of all time. Because of the album, she became the first solo female artist to win Best Rap Album at the Grammys. Among female rappers, Cardi B holds various records. She is the female rapper with the most #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100. She is the only female rapper to achieve multiple solo numbers and the only one to earn #1 singles in 2 decades. Cardi B is also the highest certified female rapper of all time, and the first female rapper to earn at least 3 diamond certified songs by the RIAA, with over 100 million RIAA certified units sold in the US. But despite all her achievements, she receives daily threats, especially on X, formerly known as Twitter, because of her issues with Nicki Minaj. In 2018, she threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj at a red carpet event after the latter allegedly liked posts criticizing her parenting style. Most recently, she separated from her husband Offset, and he has been cyberbullying her on social media. She also used to be a stripper and gained enemies in the process. Now that she is a celebrity with 2 children, she has a robust security team. She moves in bulletproof cars and has a chauffeur because she can't drive. In addition to the chauffeur, she also has bodyguards who are well-trained fighters with speed. So before she attacks somebody or gets attacked, it is quickly intercepted and she is carried to safety. Are there any other black wives you think should move around with more security? Let us know in the comments. Do you know there are some black wives that are so powerful than some VIPs in an Aton? Check out the next video where we reveal the 20 most powerful black wives in the world.